Hi everybody, my name is Megan and today I'm going to discuss antibiotic resistance in farm animals. I think this is such a huge topic as more and more people become health nuts basically, and they want to learn more about what foods are in their meat sources. When I was researching antibiotics in farm animals, there was such a huge increase of these antibiotics being introduced into the animals around 1950. It has allowed for farmers to provide a preventative measure and insist in hormone growth or an increase in growth hormone in those farm animals. Something that I learned from National Library of Medicine is that there is an estimate of 40% antibiotics that are now being used in our animals. I thought that was a ridiculously huge number because this can be found in their food and sometimes in their water. I was kind of taken back by that number because if you compare it to how many people are in the world and all the food that we eat and all the animals, that's a big number of antibiotics used. When I apply this to learned in microbiology, you begin to think about and wonder how this affects these animals in the long term, how the resistance can be passed from the animals to a human being, and how this contributes to the gene transfer and exchange of the genetic material. One thing that we learned in microbiology is about horizontal gene transfer. It's when bacteria is allowed to exchange of genetic material. This can include antibiotic resistant genes. This can contribute to the spread of antibiotic resistant genes through genetics, and it can be found in plant, animals, and fungi. When I think about the foods that we eat and where they come from, you think about those farm animals, the foods that we have eaten, and the antibiotics that may have been given to them to speed up their growth process and prevent infections in the animals. It is said that it's a small amount of antibiotics that we can find in our food, but how small is small, and this is able to be transferred from the meat we eat to our systems. Then I think about the misuse or overuse in the animals. When I think about what could be done with the animal industry, this overuse of antibiotics, think about the whole picture. I think about the long run, how this will affect them in 15, 20, 50 years with this overuse. And in turn, how will that affect the humans that consume this meat? And how can we change it now? Two suggestions that I had is to really focus on cleaning, separating, cook, and chill the meats that you eat. Make sure you learn how to properly cook them, how you properly clean them, how you don't cross-contaminate the meats with the veggies, and then spreading it from surface to surface. So if I touched my cat and I just had raw chicken in my hand, will my cat get salmonella? Antibiotics resistance is a huge deal. It can affect animals and humans. So another thing I was suggesting was maybe slowing down the production of the animals by not having so much antibiotics used in their feed, cutting back on how much is used, because yeah, we need the meats that coming from these animals, but do we need the antibiotic resistance gene to be spread from animal to human so that in turn, when somebody comes in with a severe infection, they can't use these antibiotics because they have become antibiotic resistant through eating chicken. Farmers need to learn how to grow their crops without the overuse of antibiotics to where it begins to affect the human growth and the spread of these antibiotic resistances. People also need to learn how to clean properly, store their food properly, make sure it's at the right temperatures, and prevent the spread of this antibiotic resistance that is in our foods. I hope that this information has helped you learn a little bit more about antibiotics and the farming industry. And this is my cat. He decided to say hello.